Hello, YouTube. I just finished watching Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. Also, and yes, you could technically call this Beverly Hills Cop 4. Um, Now, I did an unboxing for this Tuesday, I believe. Um, and I said, um, I said in my unboxing video, um, this is first of all, this is a Netflix original. Um, this is custom made, so it's not available on regular, DVD and Blu-ray. This is custom made. Um, but yeah, this is a Netflix original. Netflix. The I As I said in my unboxing video, they've always kind of toyed with an idea of doing another Beverly Hills Cop movie. The third one, was obviously, like massively panned. Um, Both, I'm pretty sure, both critically and commercially. Um, a lot of people were very, 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 very disappointed at how the third one turned out, myself included. Like, I couldn't finish it; it was so bad. Um, so when I heard that they were doing a fourth movie, I was very, 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 very skeptical, and I did not have a lot of faith in it. Um, and but when I heard, that Netflix acquired the rights and everything, and that it was, and then it was finally going to happen, I was like, oh god. And just, and then when the reviews came out, um when the reviews came out and I started hearing positive things about it, I was like, okay, well, you know what, um maybe this is worth seeing. Maybe I should give this a shot. um and I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy that I watched it. Um, because honestly, I freaking loved this. This feels like the first movie in a lot of ways. This is really a return to form for for the franchise. This is very much in tone with the first movie. The for example, um the opening of the movie obviously opens, in Detroit. um and the opening In fact, the opening song is literally the exact same song that you hear in the opening of the original movie. I forget who sings it, but the heat is on, and it's the exact same song that they played in the opening of the original movie. So um but yeah, no, this movie is so let me give you guys, like a synopsis. um this movie So Axel Foley is apparently a father now. Though he is apparently a father now. He got divorced. He got married, and then um he he got married, and then um he got divorced. His daughter, who he hasn't talked to in like 5 years, um, re-enters his life. She's a lawyer, and she is defending this guy, she's defending this guy who is accused of who who was framed for a for murdering a cop, um who was framed for murdering a cop. She believes that he's innocent, but um like Axel doesn't believe that he's innocent. She's really the only one who believes um that he's innocent. So so she is taking on um so she's obviously trying to prove that he is innocent. And what gets Axel back to Beverly Hills is his daughter, who is living in Beverly Hills. um basically some bad guys try to um they come along with like a they come along with like a bulldozer, and they they basically try to um they basically try to scare her, like off the case. She's basically, like sticking her nose in where it isn't wanted. um so they basically try to scare her, off the case. And um, which brings Judge Renenhold, who makes a return in this movie as Billy Rosewood. Um, he calls Axel. He calls Axel and is like, "Look, your daughter's in trouble. Your daughter's in trouble. I tried to, um, I've been trying to protect her, but she's in trouble. You need to get over here, basically." So, um, and and their relationship in this movie is very, very, is very, very strange. Like I said before, they haven't spoken to each other in 5 years. Um, so she is kind of, she's kind of mad at him for, like not really being there for her, and just, like normal, um, like normal family. Well, I shouldn't. Well, if you've, like if you've ever been in that position where, you haven't talked to someone in your family for a certain amount of time, it's, and like if you, um, like if anyone has ever gone through a tough time, with a family member, and they don't speak to them for a certain amount of time, um, and the problem doesn't really get resolved, it's obviously going to put a strain, on that relationship. So that is very much where Axel and his daughter are in this movie. Um, so yeah, so he goes out to Beverly Hills, and they end up teaming up with um, Axel and his daughter end up teaming up with a guy that she dated, another detective in the department. She ends up The three of them end up teaming up to basically uncover this conspiracy. And um, but yeah, no, this one it's very, very much in tone with the first movie. You have a lot of great callback scenes to the original movie, to the first movie. A lot of um I don't really want to give anything away, but like a lot of scenes that are pretty much like recreations, like literal, like perfect recreations of certain scenes, from the original movie. Um but yeah, no, this movie, literally, like, I can't get over how much I loved this. The pacing was great. The movie was, was very, very well paced. Um, the uh, the action the action sequences are really really fun. Um, it's like I said before, it very very much feels like the first movie in terms of tone and um, in terms of tone and and the overall like humor of the movie and stuff like that. That this one is definitely more of a comedy. Like if you've seen Beverly Hills Cop 2, you would know that that's more of an action movie, uh, whereas the first movie is more of a comedy. This one is more of a comedy. There are some action sequences, obviously, um, in the movie, but um, this one is definitely very much like the first movie. It's a comedy, but there are obviously like some exciting scenes in there are some exciting action sequences in the movie yeah, Axel and his daughter um and um and uh Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. um I forget the guy's name. He is the he is the detective um that his daughter broke up with. But um they all end up teaming up to basically uncover this conspiracy. Um, another another thing I want to bring up is John Ashton, who also returns as John Taggart in this movie. He really, really, really looks his age in this movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. He still does a great job in this movie, and that's probably what surprised me the most about this movie is that Eddie Murphy, John Ashton, Judge Reinhold, they uh, they literally just perfectly they literally perfectly um just literally like jump back into these characters with like no problem at all. um Literally as if it were whenever the first one came out. But um despite the fact that that the three of them obviously look much older now, um it very much still feels like as if it were as if it were as if it were the first movie or the second movie all over again. Like they just they just do such a great job um jumping back into um those those roles. um we also get a rather interesting um another thing I thought kind of interesting is John Taggart's wife, Marie, actually gets a little bit of screen time in this movie, and we get to see like a little bit of their like a little bit of their banter, a little bit of their like arguing in the movie. Because if you're familiar with the Beverly Hills Cop movies, you would know that his wife is on. They're always him and Taggart and Marie are always like they're always like getting divorced and getting back together and getting divorced and getting back together. So we get to see a little bit of their um a little bit of their like dynamic in their relationship um in this movie, which I thought was pretty funny. And it's something that we never saw in any of the previous movies. It was talked about, but we never actually got to see it um in the movie. So I thought that that was a really, really cool, um, thing to bring in. Um, yeah, no, if you guys haven't seen this, I'm still trying to get over how good this was and how much I loved it. Um, this one, I would honestly say this is the best one, next to the first movie. I enjoyed the second movie. I enjoyed the second one quite a bit, but this one I think just really, really, um, really, really captures, um, like what people loved about, the first movie, like what made the first movie so good. And this one is just, I would, it was so incredibly well done. I mean, everybody just, really, 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 really knew what they were doing, um, with this one. And remember, this is the fourth movie. And usually, obviously, franchises usually start to go downhill by then. But no, this one, but no, this one is so good, and it's such, um it was so fun to watch. And it was so fun to watch, um Axel, Eddie Murphy, Axel, um, just, get himself, into constant, messes and situations, um, that he does in these movies all over again. And and you would think that, because it's been so long, because it's been so long that, um, that they would have trouble, jumping back into these roles, that they would have trouble, jumping back into these roles, and getting back into these characters again. But it's literally as if it were yesterday. I mean, it's just, I see, like, part of me doesn't even know what to say. It was so good. Um, yeah, no, but if you guys haven't seen this, if you guys have Netflix, um, I seriously watch this, because I cannot recommend this enough. Um, and I still can't believe how good it was. And I still can't believe how good it was. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give this my highest recommendation, and just say, if you loved the first, Beverly Hills Cop movie, you will definitely enjoy this one. I'm not shitting you. I If you love the first one, give this a watch. Um, Anyway, so let me know, what you guys think, whether you've seen it, what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.